Amelia Foster, a vibrant woman with an insatiable curiosity for the world, was about to have her ordinary day turned into a nightmare. Amelia, a woman who always saw life as an adventure, was enjoying the sun's warm glow on the bustling city streets. She could never have imagined that her ordinary day would take a chilling turn into the depths of fear and confusion. As she navigated the familiar cityscape, a shadowy figure emerged from the crowd, swift, purposeful, and as elusive as a specter. This enigma was an unwelcome disruption in Amelia's day. Before she could even process the danger, a cloth soaked in a potent, pungent substance was thrust against her face. The city sounds faded into a hollow echo, and the world around her blurred into obscurity. As the darkness swallowed her consciousness, Amelia was plunged into an abyss of uncertainty. Life as she knew it was slipping away from her grasp, like sand trickling through her fingers. Her last memory before the world disappeared was the oppressive smell of the cloth and the cold grip of the stranger. When Amelia awoke, she was not greeted by the familiar sights of the city she loved. Instead, she found herself in a peculiar, disorienting setting. She was not alone. Around her others roamed, each encapsulated in their own bizarre diorama, their faces reflecting the same confusion and dread that Amelia felt. The air buzzed with a palpable sense of panic, the silence broken only by hushed whispers and muffled cries. It was a shared captivity, a grim tableau of lost freedom. Amelia's world had been upended, her ordinary day transformed into a chilling nightmare. As the reality of her situation dawned upon her, Amelia's disbelief gave way to a gut-wrenching realization. Her life, once filled with curiosity and exploration, had been hijacked by an unseen malevolent force. Her ordinary day had indeed taken a dark turn, her world reduced to a disorienting labyrinth of fear and uncertainty. The nightmare was just beginning for Amelia Foster. As her eyes adjusted to the disorienting setting, Amelia realized she was not alone. Others wandered within their designated spaces. The air was thick with confusion, fear, and an unspoken acknowledgement of shared captivity. This was a human zoo, a macabre spectacle for some unknown audience. The enclosures, meticulously designed to mimic natural habitats, held people from diverse walks of life, each reduced to mere exhibits. Each enclosure mirrored a familiar setting, a quaint suburban living room here, an office workspace there. Conversations whispered between enclosures revealed shared stories of abduction, a bewildering loss of freedom, and the grim realization that their every move was being observed. Amelia discovered that there was an unspoken hierarchy among the captives, those who conformed to their roles gaining certain privileges. Amid this orchestrated routine, a clandestine resistance formed. A twisted semblance of society emerged within the confines of the human zoo, where survival instincts clashed with the yearning for autonomy. Amelia, fueled by a desire for freedom, joined forces with those who dared to defy the script imposed upon them. Together, they began to plot their escape, a task that would require cunning, courage, and an unwavering belief in the power of the human spirit. Slowly, they started to decipher the patterns of their captors, the rhythms of their routines, and the weaknesses in their control. The resistance was a motley crew of individuals, each contributing their unique skills and perspectives to the cause. They huddled in the dim corners of their enclosures, whispering plans, sharing hopes, and strengthening their resolve. As the days turned into weeks, they became a beacon of hope in the oppressive gloom of the human zoo. The time for action came, not with the rising of the sun, but in the dead of night when the captors let their guards down. A carefully planned disruption sent the zoo spiraling into chaos. The illusions shattered, revealing the stark truth of their existence to an unseen audience. Alarms echoed through the artificial landscapes, a cacophony of sound that signaled the beginning of their rebellion. The captors, unprepared for the defiance, scrambled to regain control, but they had underestimated the strength of the captives' resolve, their hunger for freedom. Amid the pandemonium, Amelia and her allies seized their chance, slipping through the cracks of the carefully crafted facade. Their escape route was a labyrinth of surreal landscapes, each more bizarre than the last. They crawled through the artificial forests, scaled artificial mountains, and waded through simulated rivers. Each step took them closer to freedom, but also deeper into the heart of the captors' twisted experiment. The final barrier fell, not with a crash, but with a sigh of relief. As they breached the confines of the human zoo, they were greeted not by another illusion but by the stark, unforgiving light of reality. The captives, now escapees, emerged into freedom, their spirits unbroken, their resolve untamed.